All right, back out here at the hives. Today is afternoon of June the 11th. I've got 18 queen cells, and I've got to get some mating nucs stocked and let them sit for a couple days. Lock them in for a little bit so they stay in there to get ready for these cells. So I'm gonna see if I can find what kind of brood I can find. I'm gonna start with my double deeps. We'll see how strong they are. Most of the honey's been made for the year, so I'm not too worried. It's a good thing about raising queens later in the year, because of your queen cells or your honey's been made for the year. Yeah, this one's not gonna be ready to give up any bees. They put in some honey. They're filling out their frames. Bees are really busy today. So that just means most of the mean ones are out. Here's a really good frame, see if I can show you. Got capped honey at the top. And then if you can see down in those cells, it's just full of larvae and eggs. Really looking good, so I'm gonna leave this one alone. I've got some that I need to expand. Got queens that's come on where I made a walkaway split or sold the queen out of them, and I know they're needing to go into a deep box. But I'm not going to check them today. Right now, the priority is getting these mating nucs ready. I'm going to put them in this tote, and then I'm going to use that scoop and scoop out. And then it'll be about 1.5 cups, probably bees for each compartment in the mating nuc. I need to be pulling honey here for too long. Get to messing with these colonies, and it's pretty heavy getting the tops, the supers off of them, because they're full of honey. They're mostly full. I might check that double deep first. It might be like that last one. There's a bumblebee in there that they killed. Yeah, it's still got frames of dry out on the top and the bottom. So it's on 6-3, no sign of queen, so I'll come back and check them for a queen. Check this one down here and see if it's any better. So I had lots of cat brood. Need about 1 frame of nurse bees for every mini nuc compartment, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, this one's still got, I got about 7 frames done, so they still got 3 more to go before they get full. Says it needs a queen. Check. they're not looking too great. This one says moving up slowly, bottom full, and they're working on the top. They're working on it, but they ain't got it full yet. I guess I'm gonna have to take off some of these supers and get some bees, some nurse bees out of those hives. I'm thinking, I hate taking them supers off because they're so dang heavy. Hive beetle didn't pass the hive tool test. Haven't seen very many hive beetles like that. I don't know why. I don't know if the weather's not been great for it or what. That super probably needs another super. A lot of weight. I don't know how them guys do it with deep boxes. They ain't happy. Always make sure you got your suit zipped all the way up. They do not like me taking their honey zipper up. There's about 3 of them curling a 3-inch gap in the zipper underneath my chin. I got one in the back of the head. Other than that, I fared okay. Thought they would be doing pretty good today as far as being nice. There's a bunch of them out. There's a bunch of them home, I guess, too. Bunch of eggs in this one. Want to be careful not to get the queen, but they're going in a mini mating nuc. If I do get her, I can just put her back, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Looking for nurse bees, so all the field bees that know how to fly will fly out. All the nurse bees will stay behind, and that's what I want. Good frame of catbird there. Bunch of broods. All this nurse bees that I'm taking will be easily replaced. Nurse bees don't fly, but they crawl. They crawl up to the top. Let's keep knocking them back down. Sure. Let's get it at the bottom. Going around to the other side. Big old yellow mark on her. Put her back. Yeah, I didn't get smoke in these when I lifted up that box because they were so heavy. And it shows that I got some smoke in the crack between the hives when I pulled that top supers off. They wouldn't have been this aggressive. That's a lot of weight. Couple cups. I like that enough to do one before I go fill the nuke. Check this other double. See if we can do a little better job with it. Maybe them not being so aggressive. Maybe do one super at a time on this one. I'm gonna break my back. Wouldn't hurt to have a honey super on that hive. They had most of that full. But it's hard to know this time of year. A lot of times they'll stop. If you put another honey super on, instead of finishing that one off, they'll put a little bit in that one, and they'll put a little bit in the next one, and you got two supers that's not capped instead of just leaving one. Instead of having one that's capped good. This one don't have hardly anything in it. Smoke them as they go down. If you try to smoke every single bee, you'll find they're a lot more gentle. They're working on that super, but they haven't filled it out. This one, they've about got full of honey. For some reason they don't like you taking their honey. I don't understand. Good down in here. I think these outside frames are all honey. Outside frames are all full of honey. Look at them move in. 2 or 3 frames even get any nurse bees. There's 3 frames full of honey. That one's got honey on the left side. Got pollen on this frame. We'll try to get some on this one. Now this is a light frame, which tells me it's a brood frame. Check briefly for the queen. like to get all this burr comb off the top. Because a lot of times you slide frames down in there and you'll roll bees. You might have a chance of rolling the queen and killing them. So I like to move it up as I go. And it's a good nurse bee frame. And it's going back all to honey. So 4 frames of all honey on either side. I'll shake that one in there too, but they probably will go back. Close the lid. Gotta get that back in the same spot. Clean up the burr comb. Yeah, got my 4x4s. I think 10 foot 4x4s in the box, and I think I've got them a little far apart. They're getting so much weight on them. My 4x4s are bowing in the middle, so I'm gonna have to beef them up a little bit. I already beefed up one set down on the end. They're heavier than any of them, and I had to put some more blocks under it. Alright, I checked 2 with honey, and I checked my double, so I got 3 more with honey down here that I can get some more fruit if I need to. We'll go down here now and see if we can stock this mini nuc. Got our bees in here. There it is. Got a mini nuc down here. I got my lids numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's an entrance for each on each side of the box for each compartment. Allow space for the bees, and then I'll spread them back out. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up these feeders. Yeah, I might wait. I think I'm gonna go and put the bees in because they can't come through that screen. Make sure y'all got a good bee. Alright, I got my scoop. Knock the bees down. There's one. 3. Kept 3 compartments filled. Didn't have as many nurse bees as I thought. Got some sugar water. In my bee brush. I don't think it's still out here, but I'm gonna look. Get on that screen quick. Yeah. Got it. All right, there's 3 compartments filled up, so now you see what we're doing. We'll leave them closed up for a day. I'll probably open them back up tomorrow. Hopefully they'll all stay with that compartment. They're all trying to stay now, so I think I got enough nurse bees. I'll get some more nurse bees and put in that last compartment. But I'll keep them closed up for a day, open them up tomorrow, and I'll put queen cells in probably tomorrow afternoon. So that's what we're doing. More of the same to come. Hope you enjoyed the video. The rest of it just be doing more of that. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to getting these queen cells in here and seeing how they do. I think they'll do good, and should make us some good queens. I know the hive they came from. She is a survivor hive. I tried to go treatment free. I've said this before if you've watched all the videos, but if you hadn't, I tried to go treatment free up till 2 years ago, and I kind of let them do their own thing. And I had 50 colonies, and I thought they would get down to 10 or 12, and they did for a little while without being treated, but they got down to actually 1. I brought 2 out here, and one of them was dead before spring. So I got down to 1. That hive hadn't been treated for 5 years. Hadn't been treated, hadn't done anything with it, but that hive last year made about 90 pounds of honey. I made 3 splits off of it, but one of the splits didn't make it. But I got 2 new hives off of it, 2 splits off of it that survived and are doing good, and 90 pounds of honey. So did really good. It's a really good queen. I'm not sure if they're mite biters or not. A friend of mine's got a microscope. I'd like to take, if we can find some mites. I tried to find some last spring and there wasn't none in there. If we can find some mites, I'd like to take them over there, but they do really good at handling the mites on their own, and I'd like to propagate. I'm going to use those 18 queens to replace my queens in my apiary. I did another graft yesterday, 45 queen cells. I did it from another colony just to have a little diversity. Worry about having a trait that you didn't realize and then be in all your colonies if I did all my colonies with the same hive. But I'm gonna graft again from that original hive and get some more off of her. Have some of her offspring. She's 2 years old, at least 2 years old. She was in there when I checked her last spring. So I've got a blue mark on her. She's at least a couple years old. Might be older than that, but she's doing good again this year. So I'm assuming 2 years old, but we'll get some more queens off of her before she kicks the bucket and get some of her genetics in the operation. I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, that's it for now. Got any comments or questions, leave them below. And I'll see you on the next one.